Hi, English 11B. This is Watson. He says hello. He wanted to say hi. He was standing on my desk and that wasn't working for me. So this video is for Thursday, April 2nd. And what I'm going to try to kind of speed through for you right now is an introduction to distance learning and how that's going to work. And then also a quick overview of the class. I don't really want to dive too much into all the logistics and stuff because we're going to remain flexible and it's not all set in stone yet because we're figuring it out day by day. But this should at least help you transition a little bit into how we're going to do this course. All right. So this is weird. It's certainly not the way that I usually teach this course. I don't expect to teach it from my home that I'm sitting in. But we're going to make it work because that's what we have to do. We have to just come together and make this work. And I promise that that's what's going to happen. So I know you didn't sign up for this. I'm sure that there's a million things going on in your life right now that I don't know about that makes this even harder than I can even realize. And so just know that I'm remembering and I want you to remember that we're here to support each other. This is a period in our history where that's the most important thing. Yes, grades still matter and getting through this course still matters, but I'm way more focused on the human beings that I'm talking to than I am on, how perfect your paper is. So just know that that's what I'm prioritizing, and I really want us to do that with each other as well. So as much patience and kindness and respect that we can show each other right now, the better. So just keep that in mind as we move through the course. Online is not the same as in person. There's different things that are going to happen that online just doesn't work as well. So for instance, we've cut down the content of this course so much. Our plan is to do about 15 minutes of work a day for you because 15 minutes in my head is probably longer in yours, especially since you're doing it on your own and you have all these distractions at home that I also have. My dog, for instance. So we're just cutting it down as much as we can. And I promise that things are being adjusted to make this work for you and to make this work for the course. So our goals are still the same. I want us to grow. I want us to learn how to communicate better. I want us to learn about, society and the world and all of those things. It's just going to be different right now. And if you at any point have questions about this class or you need me to adjust something or be flexible with you in some way, more than ever, I need you to communicate with me. So every day when you fill out the attendance form, there's a place for you to write a note or ask a question. Again, I'm the only person who sees those. That's a great place for you to do it. Then I can either reach out to you, or if I think it's something that would help everybody, I can talk about it in the video that day or make an announcement. If you ever want to have a conversation one-on-one, there's going to be lots of opportunities for us to do that as well. So communication will not only be email. There are lots of chances for us to speak. Okay, so how are we going to make this work? Virtual learning. A lot of your teachers are already talking through this, so I'm gonna just ease you in a little bit. Attendance. It is expected that you are interacting with school in some way every day. However, this is all going to be asynchronous, which means that you can access these materials when you can access these materials. I will post them in the morning, but if you can't get to them until later that night, that's okay. Hopefully it's only 15 minutes of work anyway for you. We're trying to make this work for your schedules and things are kind of upside down right now. So complete the attendance form every day. And that's how I'm going to know that you are interacting with the materials, unless, of course, you submit something. All right, we're doing asynchronous learning, which means that you can access things whenever you want. So again, I'm going to post assignments at 9 a.m. on Google Classroom, or by 9 a.m. on Google Classroom every day. There will be slides, videos like this of me talking through slides, tutorial videos for technology, and short assignments. Everything you need is going to be on Classroom. And I'm really going to make sure that we roll this out as slowly and as easily as possible. Again, I really want to get to know you and build relationships still. And some of you I had before, some of you I haven't had before. And that's something Mr. Johnson and I really want to make sure that we are finding ways to talk to you and to get to know you and help you. This is not how I like to teach. I love being in the classroom with you. I miss you all a lot. But there's still a way for us to talk. And so Google Meet is going to be the way that we do that. More information will come on that later because I'm going to teach you how to use it in case you never have before. But I'll have office hours available where you can jump in and talk to me just without signing up. Or there'll be an appointment opportunity as well. And I'll tell more about that later. But lots of opportunities for face-to-face conversations. All right, the Gradebook. So the Gradebook, again, I don't really want to stress about it all that much right now. We're going to kind of see how things go, but it's the same as 11A. So formative assessments are still not for grade. Every single formative assessment is directly connected to summative assessments. We especially now are not going to give you any busy work. Everything we're giving you is essential material because we've had to cut out so much material. So we're only giving you the most important stuff. And so those formative assessments will prepare you for tests and prepare you for the final research paper. All right, the gradebook is the same too. I'm going to be using formative codes. So letters mean that it's not for grade, numbers mean that it is. You can access these slides later. And relearning opportunities will still be a thing. If you don't do well on something, you can revise it. That's always how my teaching philosophy works. If you want to push yourself and learn more and do better, awesome. I support you. We'll figure it out. So the biggest thing this try that we are going to be working through is two different standards. The first standard is going to be historical themes, and the second standard is going to be research. And so we'll be doing a variety of assignments that test your mastery on those skills. So the first thing, sorry, I have to sneeze. We're good. Okay. Literary periods that you studied so far are the Puritans, the Rationalists, and the Romantics. So remember, Puritans were all about God, and we read the Crucible. Rationalists were our founding fathers with all those historical documents. And Bart Simpson as a Raven is covered up here, but the Romantics were like Edgar Allan Poe and all that dark, mushy-gushy stuff. And so we're going to be doing more literary periods, just moving closer towards present day. So periods that we'll cover are the narratives of enslaved people, realism and naturalism, which is Civil War literature, modernism, which is everything between World War I and World War II. It's an amazing, amazing set of literature. And then the contemporaries, which we're going to try to kind of infiltrate the older texts with contemporary texts to show you that the themes are still there from history to now. We're still talking about the same things. We're not going to overwhelm you with a lot of reading. We're going to make sure all the texts are really short. Again, 15 minutes a day is what we're shooting for. So if at any point you're like, Arkelin, slow down, this is crazy, I'm overwhelmed, tell me, because I don't know. I've never done this before. All right, so just keep me posted. And then finally, the last really big thing that's going to be the second half of the class and is really going to be our biggest project is going to be the research paper. The research is an essential skill for so many projects, interests, and careers. And you're going to learn how to complete the process step by step in an organized and efficient way. I believe that this research process is one of the most helpful things that you're going to do in English 11, both in A and B. The number of skills that you're going to acquire that you're going to be able to reuse are crazy. And we've really made sure to break down this paper into teeny, teeny, tiny steps. So you're going to, again, no more than 15 minutes of work a day. You are going to have this tiny little step to complete, and then we'll move on to the next one. And if you complete all of those steps, you're going to have a beautiful essay. The prompt that you're going to be writing on is this, and this is the last thing I have for you today. So your prompt for this research paper, which will start in about a month, is choose a marginalized American culture from a specific period of contemporary era, 1940 to present, In a full process essay, explore the unique American dream that group was working toward. Research how the historical context of your period influenced both the marginalized group and their dream. And finally, determine whether or not they attained their dream. And you're providing evidence from credible sources to support this. So maybe you want to look into Indigenous people in the 1970s and what their dream was at that time. Maybe you want to look at African Americans during World War II soldiers and whether or not they had the same rights as white soldiers. Maybe you want to look at LGBTQ community in the 90s. Maybe you want to look at a group and something that's happening today. That's awesome. Okay. You get to choose any group in any decade, and then you write a paper about their American dream. More on that later. Just want to tell you what's coming up. So, similar stuff to English 11A. New thing is research. And that's going to be kind of the new secret sauce in this try. All right. There is a Google form on Classroom for you to complete that gives you an opportunity to ask questions about everything I just went through. Again, I kind of sped through it because I don't want to waste your time with super long videos. But if you have questions, let me know. I can't wait to get to know you. I miss you all so much. All right, talk soon.